Have you ever wondered how much you're saying without uttering a single word? That's right. Our bodies are constantly talking, even when our lips are sealed, and that's what we call body language. It's a fascinating form of communication that goes beyond the spoken word, revealing our deepest thoughts, feelings, and intentions, often without us even realizing it. Imagine for a moment, you're in a crowded room. You notice someone across the room, and without a single word exchanged, you can tell they're nervous, excited, or perhaps even upset. How? It's all in their body language. From the way they clasp their hands, the direction their feet are pointing, to the subtle shifts in their facial expressions, each gesture is a wordless whisper, telling a story that words often fail to express. Body language forms a significant part of our daily interactions. It's an integral part of the communication puzzle that complements our words and gives them context. Think about it. How often have you said, "I'm fine," while your slumped shoulders, downcast eyes, or clenched fists told a different story? Or how about those moments when a genuine smile or a firm handshake conveyed more trust and warmth than 1,000 words ever could? Body language, in essence, is the unspoken element of communication that helps us understand each other better. It's a silent language that transcends cultural and linguistic barriers, making it a universal form of communication. Whether we're aware of it or not, we're constantly interpreting these nonverbal cues and signals, forming impressions, and responding accordingly. However, understanding body language isn't just about reading others. It's also about self-awareness and being cognizant of the signals we're sending out. Our body language can influence how we're perceived by others, impacting our relationships, our careers, and even our self-confidence. So, body language speaks volumes about us, even when we're silent. But how do we decipher these unspoken messages? Stay tuned as we dive deeper into the intriguing world of body language and explore how to decode the silent conversations happening all around us. To understand body language better, let's delve into some real-life case studies. Our first case study takes us into the nerve-wracking world of job interviews. Picture this. A job applicant, let's call him John, walks into an interview room. He's impeccably dressed, his resume is impressive, and he confidently answers all the questions. But something's off. His arms are crossed, he avoids eye contact, and his posture is slouched. Without realizing it, John's body language is sending a message of defensiveness and lack of engagement. Despite his qualifications, the interviewers feel uneasy, and they decide to pass on John. This scenario illustrates how our nonverbal cues can sometimes speak louder than our words. Next, we explore a situation where body language serves as a critical tool in dispute resolution. Imagine two business partners, Alice and Bob, in a heated argument over a project. Alice, feeling cornered, starts to raise her voice, her fists clenched and her body rigid. Bob, on the other hand, maintains a calm tone, his hands open and his body relaxed. He leans in slightly, a gesture of active listening and empathy. This subtle shift in body language diffuses the tension, and Alice starts to relax. They begin to engage in a more constructive dialogue, ultimately reaching a compromise. In this instance, Bob's body language was instrumental in turning a potential conflict into a productive conversation. These case studies underscore the power of body language. In John's case, his defensive postures and lack of eye contact overshadowed his qualifications and possibly cost him the job. On the other hand, Bob's open and relaxed body language helped de-escalate a potentially destructive argument, demonstrating how body language can be a powerful tool in negotiation and conflict resolution. As we can see, body language can significantly impact various scenarios, from job interviews to negotiations. It's a silent language that we're all speaking, and learning to decode it can give us a deeper understanding of ourselves and those around us. Opening. To further delve into the world of body language, we've invited some experts to share their insights. Our first expert, a renowned psychologist, explains that body language is often a more honest form of communication than words. She notes, "When we interact with others, our subconscious mind naturally expresses our feelings and intentions through our body. Even if we try to mask our true emotions with words, our body language often gives us away." Next, we hear from a communication specialist who highlights the importance of context in interpreting body language. He shares, "It's crucial to consider the situation and the individual's normal behavior when interpreting body language cues. For instance, crossed arms might indicate defensiveness in a heated argument, but in a chilly room, it could simply mean the person is cold." Our third expert, a body language analyst, underscores the universality of certain body language cues. She notes, while some body language signals are culture-specific, Others are universal. For example, facial expressions associated with basic emotions like happiness, sadness, anger, surprise, fear, and disgust are recognized across cultures. Then, a behavioral scientist points out the relationship between body language and confidence. He explains, people who display open, expansive postures often exude confidence, while those who make themselves smaller by hunching their shoulders or crossing their legs may seem less assured. Our final expert, a professional negotiator, reveals how he uses body language cues to his advantage. He says, "In negotiations, I pay close attention to my counterpart's body language. Subtle cues like a quick eyebrow raise or a brief touch of the face can indicate doubt or discomfort, giving me valuable insight into their thought process." All our experts agree. Understanding body language can significantly enhance our communication skills, helping us connect more deeply with others and navigate social interactions more effectively. Closing. So there you have it, straight from the experts. But how can we apply this knowledge in real-life situations? Now that we've learned about body language, it's time to apply this knowledge in our daily lives. Understanding and applying body language effectively can greatly enhance our daily interactions. Let's dive into some practical tips that can help us navigate through this nonverbal world. Firstly, remember that eye contact is crucial. It not only shows that you're paying attention, but it also conveys confidence. But be mindful. Too much can be intimidating and too little can indicate disinterest. Next, pay attention to your posture. Standing or sitting up straight communicates confidence and competence. Slouching, on the other hand, may suggest lack of interest or low self-esteem. Hand gestures can also speak volumes. For instance, open palms suggest honesty and openness, while crossed arms may signal defensiveness or disapproval. But it's not just about your own body language. Being able to read others' nonverbal cues effectively can also give you an edge in communication, whether it's recognizing a friend's discomfort or catching a potential client's interest. For example, if someone is repeatedly touching their face or neck during a conversation, this might indicate that they're feeling anxious or uncomfortable. On the other hand, a genuine smile that reaches the eyes often signifies joy or approval. In professional settings, understanding body language can be a game changer. During a job interview, for example, maintaining good eye contact and an open posture can make a positive impression. Similarly, in a business negotiation, observing the other person's body language can provide valuable insights into their mindset and intentions. However, it's important to remember that context is key. Body language isn't a one-size-fits-all tool. Cultural differences, personal habits, and situational factors can influence how gestures and expressions should be interpreted. So, while these tips can provide a guideline, they should be applied with sensitivity and discernment. In conclusion, body language is a powerful tool in our communication arsenal. By understanding and effectively using it, we can enhance our interpersonal relationships, professional interactions, and overall communication skills. Remember, effective communication is not just about what you say, but also how you say it. So we've explored the fascinating world of body language, but what's the big takeaway here? To put it simply, body language is a potent form of communication, often revealing more than spoken words can. It's a universal language that transcends cultural and linguistic barriers, providing a window into the emotions and intentions of those around us. Throughout this video, we've unraveled the secrets of body language, learning how different gestures, postures, and facial expressions can signal a range of underlying feelings. From the confident power pose to the nervous leg shake, these subtle cues offer invaluable insight into the human psyche. We've discovered that body language isn't just about reading others, it's also about how we present ourselves. Our own nonverbal cues can influence perceptions, shaping how we're viewed in relationships, job interviews, and social interactions. By being mindful of our body language, we can convey confidence, empathy, and openness, fostering positive connections with others. We've also seen the transformative power of body language through real-life case studies, highlighting its role in everything from successful negotiations to building trust in personal relationships. These examples underscore the undeniable impact body language can have on our lives. But remember, body language isn't a one-size-fits-all language. It's nuanced and contextual, influenced by individual differences and cultural norms. So, while understanding the basics can give us a head start, it's always important to consider the whole picture. In essence, body language is a tool that, when used effectively, can enhance our communication skills and deepen our understanding of those around us. It's about more than just decoding unspoken messages. It's about connecting with others on a more profound level. And that brings us to the end of our journey into the world of body language. We've delved into its secrets, explored its impact, and hopefully sparked your curiosity to learn more. The next time you're in a conversation, pay attention to the body language. You might just uncover a whole new layer of communication.